So Jamin Williams, the junior quarterback, he split time with Hosty in the first game of the season. Clean pocket. Down the field, he's got Bajorson wide open. Touchdown, Friars. The visiting team strikes first.
They just made that look way too easy. 2 passes to the left side of the field, 1 short, 1 deep. 2 plays later, they've got the lead after that short punt. Fenwick made it look real easy.
You know, we had questions about the offense. I think the questions are no longer there, Bob. That was way too easy. Blown coverage that time for the Red Wings. The coverage from Jack Getz, and he was nowhere to get the wide receiver on that play. They go for 2. Here's Williams, run up the middle. Actually, it might have been Marshall. It was a wildcat to Marshall and a touchdown for the Friars.
Right, 8-0. I like the aggressiveness behind that.
It's the right guy to get into space. He's not that slow either. He's a defensive end. He doesn't have, you know, Darius Hayward base speed, but he can get out there if you run him in wildcat every now and then.
I think they'll keep it on the ground. That's their forte.
Rolling outside the pocket, Kubaki on the move. Blocker in front, Wilds on the reception. He fumbled it.
Yep, and lost it again. 2 fumbles, 2 lost balls. Now the question is going to be how fast can Fenwick score again? You know that, I mean, most teams like to take a shot into the end zone after a turnover like that. I'm surprised that Benet isn't running the ball, trying to pound it. Rogowski is a terrific running back.
You got to worry about number 9, but the good news is he plays defensive end, so if you run it A-gap, it's going to take a while for Marshall to get over. Unless they run a stunt, then Marshall could get to the A-gap right away. Here we go, ball at the 30, 1 in the backfield. And Williams still has it. Quick pass out to the right, that's Romeus. He's still on his feet, by the way. I thought he was out of bounds. Officials say no, play on. 1st and 10 for the Friars. What is happening to this Benet defense right now?
You know, my prediction has been going south in this game, but I'm predicting another long pass to the right. So what they did, short pass to the left, then they set them up, then went deep left for the touchdown. Here, a short pass to the right. I feel like they're going to be looking for another pass to the right in the end zone. Let's see what they actually do.
So he was indeed not out of bounds. Wasn't even as close as I thought he was. Romeus on the jet sweep. This might be coming back.
Yeah, flag.
Is there a huge difference between 14-0 and 10-0? We're going to find out. They do go for it. Williams to the end zone. Incomplete. Questionable decision by Coach Battaglia. I would have kicked it. What would have you done?
What would I have done? I think I would have gone for it, but I think I would have run the quarterback rather than a pocket pass on that. So in both cases, let's say they wouldn't have made it. So in both of our cases and the coach's case, we left 3 points on the table, we think. Now, what are the odds of that field goal going through? 90%, 75%? Right. We're not real sure.
If you have confidence in your offensive line, you could run a special play here, like a reverse or something, if you think you're going to go for it on 4th. This time they pass. Over the middle, he's got Smith. And it's complete. Smith's tackled, but not before he gains a lot of yards. And the Friars are cooking right now.
That was a deep slant across the middle, and the linebackers were pulled up for some reason. It was wide open down the middle, cover 2 defense, and split them perfectly on that deep slant.
Little up-tempo, no-huddle action. Screen pass to Bajorson. He's still on his feet.
I like this. He got around the edge again for many yards. Again, a short pass.
2nd and 6 at the 8, so they can get a first down if they need it. Another clean pocket for Williams, and then it's not. That's kind of a coverage sack, partner. He had time to throw, and
that's
get rid of the ball.
Yeah, that's the ticker we were talking about. You know, 1 second, 2 second, 3. You got to get rid of that ball. He didn't get rid of that ball on 3, and that clean pocket was no longer clean. It was also earlier in the game in the first quarter. Now you're in the second quarter, maybe.
Good snap, good hold. The kick, Noah Sir. Excellent kick. That'd be good from 40 yards. So this time they're going to give Radgowski a break and Joe Salvino in the backfield. Doyle in motion. And this time a nice run off the right tackle. Ball loose. Fenwick's got a chance for a scoop and score. Kubaki to beat.
Oh, got out of bounds.
Almost tiptoed his way to the end zone. Josh Morgan, Johnny on the spot. And partner, what is going up with this Benet offense? Second time they coughed the ball up today.
Well, the 3rd time they put the ball on the ground, right? So I thought if cut back right now. Nope. Tried to outrun him on the edge, just couldn't.
So it's a hold against Benet. That's obviously going to get declined. Man, just everything going wrong for Benet on that play. Do you think we'll see Frankie Hosty at all today? You put Hosty at quarterback for a play. You roll Jamin Williams out at wide receiver, maybe a screen pass. See what Jamin Williams can do in the open field, make a man miss for a touchdown.
Well, I wasn't thinking in terms of that, but I was thinking if in terms of this football game gets out of sorts, maybe you see Hosty in the fourth quarter just as a coaching staff. Let's see what he can do.
3 wide receiver set. Fakes it to Morgan. Touchdown pass to Bjorson.
Took one play to get that.
You could almost see that happening. All the frustration on the sideline from the Red Wings. Ronan Devine. And if the Red Wings aren't careful, this one could get out of hand quickly.
Well, and teams like to do that. After a turnover, they take one shot at the end zone, no matter what yard line you're at, it seems like, and they did that here. So now they'll be kicking the point.
Everybody's contributing for Fenwick today.
I'm intrigued that they're kicking 1 point here. So they went for 2 early on. Now they go for 1.
18-0. We're going to take a break. You're watching the Friars against the Red Wings here on SBS. Here comes the blitz from Benet. Morgan still on his feet. How about that? Benet blitzes and Morgan just goes right through a hole, through the blitz and into the open field.
I like that, the hard running straight ahead, north and south, even on that pass to the right. You know, once he caught the ball, it wasn't any left or right thing. It was just like run downfield. Here, again, there was tacklers in front of him, ran right downfield. Looked like if he had cut to the right, he could have gained more yards, but no, just try to go through these tackles. Really hard-nosed running.
So they split the running backs. High snap. Morgan again. Morgan still on his feet inside the 10. Benet doing whatever they can to try to knock that ball out, but yeah, Morgan is just holding that ball like it's his baby.
Yeah, they got to tackle the player now, not so much tackle the ball. I know that they want a turnover, but he had such a head of steam. He went forward, and Benet picked him up, and he was still going forward, and he's not even on the ground.
Let's give credit to this offensive line, too. A-gap runs, they're just powering past the D tackle of Benet. This time, Williams.
Bounce. The ball goes up on the snap. Williams picked it out of midair and ran to the right. Didn't gain too much yardage, but didn't lose the ball either.
Are you surprised Bennett's going to let this clock run, not call a timeout?
Yes, I think they should be calling timeout.
And I'm surprised Fenwick snapped it. They didn't have to.
Yeah, right.
As that kick is straight through. 21-0 in the weirdest of ways. A touchdown, a 2-point conversion. Durbus has struggled punting. Not a great snap. Here comes the rush.
How did that not get blocked?
And it was such a bad punt, it was almost touched by a Fenwick player. And that's why you call the timeout, Bob, because Bennett's been struggling with the punting game.
Yeah, they certainly have. Well, now you have the ball at the 30, so I think with 27 seconds, you do take a shot or two into the end zone.
You don't have to. If you get first downs, it stops the clock.
Yeah. I would also go with max protect and, just send a receiver out on each side, maybe a tight end up the middle or something, pick your receiver. But, 3 shots at the end zone, I don't know about, 3 12-yarders.
Yeah, you'd like to get at least 2 more yards, if not more. Clean pocket for Williams. He's still in there. Wide open is Smith. He catches it, goes down, and you don't have to spike if you don't want to if you're Fenwick. And they're going to call a timeout. What would you have done if you were Battaglia? Would you have spiked to save the timeout, or do you call the timeout to not have to spike?
With 12 seconds to go, I think you got to call the timeout. That's what I think I would do. But they're at the 12,
right.
First down.
You're at the 4.
Yeah. You got 2 more plays for a touchdown is what I'm thinking.
This time they go with Hosty to the end zone. Touchdown pass. They put in Hosty off the bench, and Raphael Stewart rewards him with a reception. That's
got to feel pretty darn good coming off the bench, making a perfect throw. Shoestring catch, touchdown, one pass, 1 touchdown. And now, 27-0. Now they're probably kicking it, make it 28-0. Well, I got my half of the prediction done, right? Doing a great job running, and obviously a strong offensive line against a 4-man front.
Morgan again. Morgan still on his feet. That's the other problem, Bob. You'd like it to be 1 man, 1 tackle, but that's not happening for the Red Wings right now.
Yeah, they need the whole gang to tackle him. The whole gang isn't there. Another first down.
They're doing a good job with the snaps and the holds, so I don't think Fenwick is nervous about that.
Well, I think if they get down to a 4th down somewhere in this area, I would expect them to kick. Practice the field goals.
This time they're
in-game
gonna
situations.
hand
Look
it
out.
off to the backup, and with a full head of steam. Nice run that time by Ben Jarnecki. His primary position is defensive back, but I don't know. He looked like a running back on that play.
Well, defensive back / running back, right? 6 feet, 180. From the, I love this when they say the team they came from, the Oak Park Little Huskies.
That's Ramius. Tackled near the first down marker. Or the spider tag if it were baseball.
Right.
Morgan again. Morgan, eye in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Morgan. Touchdown, Fenwick, and that might be the dagger.
And how easy was that? Just 2 minutes and 20 seconds? That's all it took?
9:40 on the clock. How about that? 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
Yep. They'll be kicking probably the rest of the game.
That might be the end of Jalen Williams' day. We'll see. You know, Matt Battaglia, since he got hired to be the head coach, he goes by the motto of Fenwick Fast, a high-octane offensive style of football. Is that pass down the middle? And it's completed to Smith.
And you were saying high octane. That was a great catch. I like the throw. There was air under the ball, so Smith had to run under it, and he did a great job to run under it. There wasn't a safety on the backside, so he could float it as high as he wanted and let Smith get under it. And that was a perfect throw. Strong downfield and a great catch. And Husty had a player in his face when he released the ball.
Second and goal at the 1. I think it's going to be Jarnecki. We'll see, though.
1 inch line.
Jarnecki scores.
Boy, he danced in. You know, I was a little put off. He was like dancing left, dancing right, following the blocks. He got in virtually untouched. I was like, no, I think you got to run north and south real quick. You know they're going to pull it back and throw probably another one of those passes near the sidelines. The right side of the field is wide, so maybe they'll roll to the right.
It's a high snap up the middle. Erickson again. Erickson still on his feet. Touchdown, Benet. Touchdown, John Erickson. They will not be shut out tonight as the sophomore wide receiver / cornerback. They line him up at running back. They score. Granted, Marshall was not on the field when they scored, but you know what? You'll take him however you can get him at this point.
Well, it was a good crash right up the middle. What can you say? But they got the points, I'll say the right way, by scoring it on the ground, moving the ball downfield the whole time, as opposed to, kick a field goal just to spoil a shutout.